was a sight for my soul.
Hey everybody, welcome to another X-Plane 11 video. This is episode 4 of our trip around Ireland. We're here on the ground at Shannon Airport. Our flight today, we're going to go up to Knock Airport on our way to Sligo. Just it's kind of on the way, and there's some decent scenery for that airport on X-Plane, so we said we'd give that a try first. The weather today, it's pretty much clear skies for this evening flight. We've changed our aircraft as well. We're after taking on the Alabeo M20R. It's a really good aircraft. I only downloaded it last night, but we'll talk more in flight about the different planes we're going to be using on this series. So we'll go down, show you the plane, what it looks like, and we'll go to the pre-flight and we'll head on out of here. So this is the Mooney M20 Ovation. It was only released by Alabeo there a couple of days ago. Kind of found this as a surprise. I was trying to work on the Just Flight Pipers there last night, and I had huge activation problems, so I just got frustrated and I said, right, okay, let's change it out. So I saw this, read 1 or 2 reviews on it, and surprisingly it's very good. The modelling is excellent, the dynamics are fantastic, PBR is great, the lighting is great, and the performance is great as well. Really surprised with this thing, and it's great fun to fly. It's a good deal faster than the Cessnas, can get pretty high. Moonies have been making aircraft for, I think, around the 1950s. They've made some 11,000 different aircraft, or they've released about 11,000 aircraft. So they kind of know what they're doing. So this is our plane for today. We might change it up afterwards, but I like this one at the moment, so we'll probably stick with this for a little while. If anyone has any questions regarding it, just leave them in the comments below. But I have to say it's really good, and a nice surprise, because you know, Alabeo, they haven't been releasing a whole lot since X-Plane 11 came out, so I'm really happy with this. So Alabeo kind of copy what Carinado do, as in, you know, they're the same pretty much. So you have all these options down here. These guys will help with your FPS if you're having problems. You can open the doors either manually or just from the control pad here. You can change your livery and bits and bobs like that. Obviously your views, sounds, and then this guy here is for the autopilot. So what we're going to do, we'll remove our static elements outside. We're going to change our fuel tanks to our left tank. We can go ahead and turn on the battery. Get some lights on there. Fuel pumps can come on. Crank the throttle about a quarter. Make sure the prop area is clear. And we'll turn the prop. Okay, we got a good start in our engine. Avionics can come on. We're using the GTN 750. It's nicely coded into the cockpit as well, so we can fly with this thing. Okay, just go through a quick check here. Temperatures are okay. Probably leave this out, get our EGT up. Cancel this master warning light. EGT coming on in there. Reduce that a small bit. They also have down here for the headphones some difference, right? So yeah, that's pretty handy. The modelling is quite good on this as well. Like, it's I'm just pleasantly surprised from Alabeo. This is a really quality plane. You know, I've been flying it over the last couple of hours, and I have to say it's now one of my favourite. The everything about it, the modelling is fantastic. The reflections are great. The sounds are great. So we'll go through our flight plan. We'll use it as a reference. We're going to fly VFR. It's about just under an hour, I think, to get up to Knock. So we'll go through our bits and bobs here now. Okay, so we'll come down here, check our messages. That's all okay. Map. So this is Shannon. So we're going to do a direct to route. and we're going to head up to Knock. Okay, so if you look out on the map, pretty much almost heading north. We're going to pass off Galway, come into Mayo. Now where Sligo is after, you know, Sligo's very close, so we'll see. We might do a helo flight up there just to see how the choppers are holding up in X-Plane 11. So that's our flight plan in. So what we'll do when we come out of here, we'll taxi out to the right, on up Delta 1, Delta 2, swing a left, and we'll do a westerly departure, and then turn up to the right and head north. So that's the plan. Get some more lights up going here. We get our strobes on, taxi lights on, pitot heat can come on, fuel pumps can come off. We're going to bring our prop mixture in. And we'll start moving. So yeah, so the problems I was having with the Just Flight stuff, the first one, the first Arrow, the Arrow 3, that worked like a dream. Like there was no issues, and like other people had issues with them. I downloaded the updates for the Arrow 3 and the Arrow 4, the turbo, and I was picking up the Warrior last night, and I had all sorts of trouble. So yeah, I had to uninstall them. They're sitting. Like I kind of made a mess of the X-Plane files as well. Like it kept running out of RAM and virtual RAM and all this, so I ended up deleting all my preferences and setting everything back up. And I was so close to doing a full reinstall, and luckily it was just the preference folder was able to sort it. So from what I can read, they're talking it's something to do with the Sassel engine or the version of it, version 3, because like it's the same application that, you know, Alabeo do. It's the same setup, same coding. They use this TB manifest something for Sassel, and it works well on these. Just doesn't work for the Just Flight stuff, which is a pity because they're excellent. But yeah, went onto the store last night, just looking around, or yesterday, and I was bummed out because I wanted to change the plane, and I had I did a video on the Shrike just up at in Chicago there with Orbex's new release, and that scenery is amazing. And I was reading up that they're going to be releasing a European scenery pack, so it's going to have like England, Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland, Ireland. It's going to have the whole lot on it, and if it's anything like what they were able to do with Maxfield, the performance is great, the modelling is great. It's a lot of great things for a little simulator here. So get our pitch going right here. So yeah, so I was just looking at different planes, and I also picked up the Q400 as well for X-Plane 11, and yeah, it works. It's fine. It's good. It's very good. I'm impressed with it. It's you can't compare like with the Majestic Dash 8 that was in FSX and prepared, but it's still, you know, I like it. So I came across this and I was like, yeah, oh, like I wasn't like, the pictures don't do it justice, you know. So I read one of the reviews on it, and the author for that, he was again, like, he was totally surprised and well impressed with this thing. So I said, look here, we'll chance it and just see what happens. And I have to say, I'm really impressed with it. You'll see it as it's flying around. We'll do some scenic shots and stuff like that now here in a bit. But no problems with it. Like the frame rates are great with it. The handling, the flight model, it's a lot calmer, if you like. It's a lot slower to move around. It's not as agile as you think, but it's still, you know, you can move this thing if you want to. And Alabeo, like Coronado, you know, you get a whole lot of your PDF files, so you get your performance, your reference, your emergency procedures. There's not too many liveries out for it. Like, I think there's only North American stuff, which, yeah, it's all right. Like, you know, they look well. It'd be nice to see some. It'd be nice to see some more maybe European stuff in it. So yeah, we'll wait for that. Or well, we might design one. We'll see. So We have our annunciator panel here. Now what we're going to do, we'll do our run up just here. Procedures are pretty much the same in this. They're very similar to what you do in the Cessna. So, mix and go to rich. Park and brake is set. Bring our RPM up. Around 1900. And we'll check our mags here now, so go to left. Back to both. Go to the right mag. Back to both. We'll cycle the prop. Watch for the stall, it's good. And kill the throttle. Watch for the stall. And it's good. Okay. Drop a notch of flaps. Oh, we have air brakes as well, or speed brakes. They're cool, aren't they? They come in handy because this, you know, this thing, it can certainly move. A little bit all over the place. We're not flying with traffic here today. We'll have world traffic installed, but we'll wait a little bit later before we get into traffic patterns and stuff. Okay. All the lights are on. We'll stop it here, just do a quick check before we go. Pitch is set, flaps are set, fuel is okay, lights are on, all our readings are where they should be. Okay, let's get going. Flying a bit of right rudder heading down the runway. About 70 knots, start pulling back. Positive rate, gear up, tap the brakes. Goodbye, Shannon. Your flaps up. Right here, we continue our climb out. We're going to head up for about 3,000 feet. We'll go through the autopilot here now in a sec. So I'm going to get our altitude set to 3,000. Flight director is set. We'll go to nav mode. How much this wants to jump. Not too bad. Now that's holding the altitude, so let's go down here and have a look at this guy. So, vertical speed we can engage. Now if we go up on this, feet per minute, we should get this guy coming up. And we should level off then at 3,000. We'll keep an eye on it here. Yeah, prop back a small bit. No problem with the speed on this thing. It's in around 155 knots. It's no problems at all. Okay, so we're going to continue our climb up. We'll level out at around 3,000 feet, and we'll use this in a direct mode. We'll just fly point to point. That's me messing with the screen. Got down here. Make it electricity substation. Pretty cool. So each of the seats as well, you have switches here for the lights. They're on both sides. You go across to here. It's the same, and they got them in the back as well. That's nice. Nice sunset over the west of Ireland. So we'll continue our climb. Everything is reading where it should be. We can probably bring our mixture back to drop our fuel flow. EGT will start to rise. We'll get in nice and close here so you guys can see the textures and that. Looks good, doesn't it? Performance-wise, I mean, this thing it's as good as just flight. You have all your fuses here as well. They look the part, you know. Okay, so we're going to continue on our climb. We're going to hold it at 3,000 feet. We'll do a couple of scenic shots just around the plane and the scenery, just to give you guys an idea of what it's like in this part of the world. We'll talk to you then on our approach into Knock. Okay, so that's Knock Airport straight ahead of us, and what we're going to do, we're going to cheat a little bit. We're going to go into our flight plan. We want to get a good entry onto the runway, so we're going to change our course to intercept that waypoint. Now, if we go into flight plan, we should be activated on that. Here we go. Started our turn. Moments in X-Plane where the scenery is just jaw-dropping, and like there's nothing major going on here. Like this is default mesh. Like I've seen the new HD mesh version 4, I think. I haven't installed it, but whoa, it looks really good. Might mess around with that soon. Alright, so we want to adjust our height, so we're going to go down to, we'd say, 2,000 feet. Down. Your power back. The scenery again, it's just ortho for XP, and it uses the, I think it's Bing maps or Bing imagery. The zoom level of half Ireland is 17. Some places I've put 18, and other places it's just 16. But like, it doesn't really matter what you have. Once you're kind of above 2,000 feet and you're looking down, it just looks brilliant. And you know, depends on what weather you want going as well, but we'll take this today. Scooch over to this seat, see what's going on. There's our airport over there. So yeah, so Knock Airport, it's wouldn't be the busiest, but it's classed as an international airport. It was opened in 1985, I think. Yeah, opened October 25th, 1985, with 3 Aer Lingus charter flights to Rome. The official opening was on May 30th, 1986. The bit of crack about Knock is like the ground that it was built on, most of the local people said it's unrealistic that an airport was going to get there. But yeah, like there's a whole load of history about it. You can check it out on Wikipedia, but it goes back to Monsignor James Horan, and the story of Knock Airport. It even spawned a musical. But I think in 1988 it had about 100,000 passengers. In 95 Aer Lingus started doing flights over to Birmingham. Yeah, like I mean, it can take on a 747. I think in 93, 200, when were we up there? 2002 or 2003, a 747 landed there. Like that's impressive. But yeah, like a few airlines use it, like Ryanair use it, Aer Lingus use it, Lufthansa use it, EasyJet. They've all had a couple of routes there. So there's a lot of history with Knock. It's not one of the better known airports that you would think of. The scenery I got is from the forums, the Explain forums. So yeah, it's pretty good. Right, so we're going to start our approach. Again, we'll drop down our altitude here. We'll go down to 1,500 feet. Bring our speed back a little bit more. Check all our lights are okay. Okay, let's hope we don't butcher this. Autopilot can come off. Turn off our flight directors. Take on our brakes there for a bit, get our speed back. We're a little high, but we're okay. So when we get the speed down to about 100 knots, we can drop the gear. The landing gear on this take ages to come down. Start bringing them down, landing gear. One green, two green, three green. Drop a notch of flaps as well. Watch our descent coming in. Bring our prop back to full, mixture to full. I think they say the normal landing speed for this is around 70 knots, but I was even reading on the review as well, this thing doesn't like slow speeds. So we'll see how this goes for us now. Want to watch our rate of descent. Want to be less than 500 feet per minute. We got a nice long runway here, so we'll use a lot of the runway if we can. We can flare. And we're down. Welcome to Knock. Flash back in. Can come off. I'll just park it down there on the right hand side. Stay out of the way of that Aer Lingus. There's people boarding the plane. Cool. and Lewis, we're out his way. Okay, taxi lights off, strobes, position, pitos can come off, avionics off, bring our pressure back, and we can cut our mixture. Mags can come off, beacon lights, interior lights, and the batteries. That was a fun flight, took about an hour. I'm really impressed with the Alabeo Mooney. I hope you guys like it as well. I think it's around €35. You can buy it from the X-Plane store. So our next flight, we might do something different. We're very close to Sligo and we want to get to Sligo. So we might do a helicopter flight just to see what it's like. And I'm going to tell you now, I'm going to be useless at it. But look, it's all part of the fun. So that's it guys. If you have any questions, comments or opinions, please leave them in the description below. And if you like this video, sure, give us the thumbs up and you might even want to subscribe. I'll see you guys real soon for our next video. Until then, take care and thanks for watching.